Hi, my name is Michelle Nicole, and I'm here with two wonderful guests from Israel, Shai Atier and Eliezer Braun. And we are so privileged to have them here in the United States visiting us as they go across the country with their Bless Israel tour. So we're going to be discussing some things today, how we got introduced and what their actual mission is, and how they can join with us as Christians here in our nation to bless the one and only Israel. My introduction to them was that I'm on the International Advisory Board for a Christian Boating Association, and our boats have been humanitarian boats all over the world for many, many years, founded in 1979. But because of the timing and the events, we're ramping up to help in any way we can with humanitarian work for Israel and across the rest of the world, where we are seeing persecution and we're seeing lack. And so that is how we got introduced to these two godly men who have just really touched my heart since they've been here. So we want to thank you. We want to thank you. So let's go with Shai first. Shai is the founder for the Department of Public Diplomacy at the Prime Minister's Office of Netanyahu. So, Shai, tell us a little bit about how that came about.
Yeah, so thank you for having me today here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Michelle, you are definitely touched my heart as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, we are in Israel. You know, Israel is a very, very well-known country. Besides the fact that we are so tiny, we are very well-known. And one of the things that is very, very important to the Israelis is the way that Israel is being perceived in the world. Unfortunately, there is lots of misinformation about Israel and lots of blindness, and we know where does it come from, Michelle. And therefore, we established in the Prime Minister's office in Israel a special bureau, a department, who is doing peer-to-peer diplomacy. I mean, people, Israelis are coming abroad, and they're presenting Israel in a personal, people-to-people way.
Which is what we need today,
Yeah,
obviously. You know, we see the media, we see things, and unfortunately, everything's filtered for us as a world.
I think if there is
Yes.
the biggest enemy of United Nations and Israel and the world is sometimes those moderators that distorting the reality
Yes.
and blocking the truth sometimes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And we need to be astute to that, you
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
So I always say we have to chew the chicken and spit out the bones. That's my saying, and I tell that all the time to my friends. You can hear anything you want, but you must go back and research, and you must chew the chicken and spit out the bones.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like that's what you came against at that point with hearing everything, with your travels all over the world. So tell us a little bit about the other things. I know that you're an advisory also to the Knesset.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
in the Israeli Knesset, we have the Israeli Christians Caucus Bureau that we are doing a wonderful thing, which is to build a strong bridge, a strong foundation between Christianity and Israel. It's a very important thing, especially these days. And I'm sure that the listeners and the viewers that are watching us now know exactly what I'm talking about. Mainly what we're doing is we're going, over the world, speaking in parliaments, with politicians, with congregations, ministries, and leadership from the Christian world, in order to find a way to strengthening Israel and helping to break and to destroy this blockade on the truth about Israel.
And you know, we read in Ephesians 2 that it's one new man. Okay, we have the Jew, and then we have the Christians that have been grafted in, and we are to come together as one new man in the end times. So this really speaks to my heart, because what we have been doing for the last few years is a lot of our meetings have been trying to educate our own, people that have been out in the mission field, doing things, delivering Bibles and reaching places for humanitarian as well as, spiritual hope for their future. But, as times are changing, we realize this redemption is for the whole world, and it's all through Jerusalem.
Yeah.
You know, it's all through Israel, because that's where the Messiah is going to come.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this is powerful.
There is a feeling that the time has arrived
Yes.
for for the Jews and the Christians to be together.
Yes.
We are in the same boat, double meaning,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the same mission, and we have the same God. And I think that the biggest and the most important mission today, both for Israel and the world of Christianity, is to work on this bridge and to fight together
Yes.
against the evilness that is striking in the world today, in the streets of Europe, in the streets of
Yes.
America, in the streets of Israel all the time. So the time has arrived.
And the enemy is prowling around like a lion. We
Yeah.
know that, right? So any little open door he can get, he's going to try.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you, Eliezer. You founded Shuva Global.
I founded Shuva in the winter of 1998. My
Okay.
first experience was I took a flight in December of 1998 to Chicago, and from there I rented a car and drove up through Milwaukee in the heart of the winter, and during a snowstorm. And my first meeting 18 years ago was in a small house in a small town outside of I think it was called Waukesha, Wisconsin, and I came and took a flight from Israel, rented a car, drive up to upstate Wisconsin to meet with 3 people. And look what it's involved into at this point. And our organization, Shuva Global, which is our name has expanded because of the relationship, the connection that Shai coming into our organization, and the effect that that's had. We now are known as Shuva Global, Shuva Global Diplomacy. My contact with Christians has been absolutely amazing over the years. From that very, very modest first trip to the United States, we've truly become global. Shai and I travel to many countries during the year, and our message is clear. Christians that are true believers in the Word of God, in the scriptural foundation, the Word of God, need to unite with their Jewish brothers, because we both together must strengthen the nation of Israel, because that sits at the very core. That is the foundation of the Bible and the prophetic writings that we find that are part of the foundation of both of the church and the synagogue. And the time has come that the relationship between both communities must be bridged. And we do so much. A great part of our effort, in addition to, there are a number of projects that we support that help people that need support in Israel. And we ask that people become part of that support. But the most important thing, in addition to that support, is to create the unity between the two communities that's been lacking for 2,000 years.
No question about it. I mean, I know just traveling that some of the Christians today really don't associate Jesus as a Jew, that he was Jewish. And unfortunately, we have seen, as in all religion, that there is distortion from the pulpits or from the places, and that's another whole topic that we could get on. But I find that the Christians have to get to their roots. They have to study for themselves. They have to know the truth. And that's all we're trying to say here, is that we're trying to bring the two together for the truth.
I always recite
Yes.
several scriptures from the New Testament. Of course, the ones that really grab me in my reading through the New Testament is, "To these, the least of my brethren," and Jesus talking about his Jewish brethren, "you have done unto me." And where Paul says, has God rejected Israel? By no means. I myself am a Benjamite. The church must come into its full relationship with the nation and the people of Israel.
Absolutely. And God says, if we bless Israel, we will be blessed.
Yeah, exactly. But the other consequences, I mean, the next consequences of what you just described about the misunderstanding among the Christianity is that the understanding for the importance of the connection to Israel and the role of Israel in this relationship with God, with us, and the world. So many people, many people that I'm speaking with them have this misunderstanding about Israel. And I think that the most important organization that I have the privilege to lead, Shuva Global Diplomacy, is to speak about the importance of Israel and what Israel is supposed to be for the people, and why Israel is the city of God, the states of God. City, because it's so small. So when I'm saying state of God,
Israel's like the
at the
size
size
of New Jersey,
yeah.
right?
So it's so small that aircraft cannot land.
Right.
So,
but this is where I think it's easy to bridge. Okay, whether you are an Orthodox Jew, or whether any type of Jew, secular, whatever, or you are a Christian, the one thing we have in common is we are waiting for a Messiah, and that Messiah has made it clear where he is returning. And it is going to be in Jerusalem, right in Israel. So we need to bridge because, of course, there's so much out there as far as the end times and the 4 blood moons, and we're watching all of these little signs that everybody's going for. They have a thirst to know when is this happening, and he says we will not know. We will not know the exact hour. We'll know the timing, but not the exact hour.
And the significance of the divine appointments that we have all around the world with Israel-loving Christians is we are all together unified in making a statement that the church has not replaced Israel, that the function of the church is to stand alongside Israel.
Right, we've been grafted in, it's very clear. There's the olive tree, and we are grafted in, right? And that's the way we go.
And that is the message that you and I and thousands of other people in many countries that Shai and Global, Shuva, and you and all of our friends are sending out to the world.
Yes.
Okay?
Many viewers right now are asking themselves, okay, but what is the next step? What can I do for this important concept and for Israel and for God as well? And I think that our organization suggests us a very wide platform of ways and channels to help Israel. And I think that we are trying to answer this question in our meetings, in our people-to-people meetings.
And that actually brings us on to our next step. What is it that you do? And so let's talk about a few of the things that have been founded that you support.
Well, one of the many projects that we support and we love is, I just want to point out for the viewers that Shai's daughter just had her 3rd birthday, and on her 3rd
you just
birthday,
became a grandpa,
and on his daughter's 3rd
while
birthday,
you were here serving,
my 7th granddaughter was born.
Yes,
same very day.
Yeah, we like to do things together. And it's very difficult for us to leave our babies.
Yes.
And to travel.
Right.
But you know what? One of the projects that's so unique is a project that's called Chibuk Rishon. Okay, first hug. So we are transforming. We're going from, we leave our own babies and our own children.
That's right.
And the reason that this project is so meaningful because we are helping other babies. And I'd like to show a short segment about this program because they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words.
And it is. And just to give a little bit of foundation, First Hugs was founded for the abandoned babies.
300 abandoned babies in Israel.
300. And so this film will show it all, but it's all about serving and hugging those babies, to give them human contact.
And fighting against abortions.
Yes, and which is a major issue.
One of the beautiful aspects of this is, first of all, it's a volunteer organization which has about 3,000 volunteers that all they do is they come in and they hug babies that need to be loved. Okay, and having this organization also, as you mentioned, a very important, significant aspect of the organization is the fact that people who know that there will be somebody there to hug and love and adopt their babies prevents the horror of abortion.
And we went through that whole issue here in the United States, which I'm sure you got over there with our, our Planned Parenthood and with the government and what we were doing. And we have many local great ministries here for girls once they find out they're pregnant to try to stop them from the abortion, such as First Care, which is local. But you know, this is such a wonderful concept. I once knew a girl that adopted a baby from another foreign place, Russia, and that child had not been touched for 2.5 years. She was in a crib for 2.5 years without a human touch. They fed the bottle like that. No one ever held that baby. And the devastation of that when she adopted the baby, it went on for years.
There are clear evidences, medical evidences, that once a born baby not be taken care of, not being hugged, which is so simple. Just to hug a baby, there are going to be neurological problems and disorders. So it's not only nice things to do and the most enjoyable thing you can ever done with your life, it's also a medical help to those abandoned babies.
And those are formative years. You know, we can't reverse some of that.
We are so blessed at Shuva Global to be involved in this among many projects. And it's well known, and you'll see in the video clip the effect that those 3,000 volunteers who just come to the hospital, play with the babies, hug them, show them warmth, you're going to see the effect that it's had over a period of months on several babies that are shown in the video.
If someone wants to support, you will have the all the page address at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
somewhere in the screen.
Let's watch the video.
All right.
Okay.
Approximately 300 babies are abandoned every year in Israel shortly after birth. The reasons may vary: a problematic family background, desertion due to medical problems, abuse, drug addiction, and other circumstances. However, in all cases, the outcome is the same. A newborn baby is left behind, alone in a hospital, with no one to hold him, without a song or a kind word, without a hug.
חיבוק ראשון היא העמותה היחידה בארץ שדואגת לספק את הצרכים של התינוקות שננטשים בבתי חולים. אנחנו דואגים לתינוקות הנטושים על ידי זה שאנחנו מייצרים להם סביבה ביתית בתוך מחלקות האשפוז. קבוצות קטנות של מתנדבות קבועות שמגיעות אל התינוקות, והתינוק לומד לזהות את המתנדבות בדומה לבני משפחה, ובנוסף אנחנו גם דואגים לספק את כל הציוד שהתינוק זקוק לו. צעצועי התפתחות, או עגלה או מנסה, כדי שאפשר יהיה לטייל איתו גם מחוץ לבית החולים.
העמותה היא גוף מקצועי. מה שאומר זה שאנחנו צריכים להעביר כל מתנדבת ומתנדבת שפונה תהליך של אבחון, וברגע שהמתנדבת עוברת את תהליך האבחון, תהליך של ליווי לאורך כל הדרך. האבסורד הוא שיש לנו מאגר של קרוב ל3,000 מתנדבות שרק מחכות לבוא ולחבק תינוק. יש תינוקות, עשרות תינוקות שמאושפזים בבתי חולים בארץ ומחכים לחיבוק הזה. הדבר היחיד שחסר לנו זה כוח אדם מקצועי, עובדות סוציאליות שילוו את התהליך. היעדר היכולת הזאת מונע מאיתנו להגיע לכל תינוק ותינוק.
First Hug takes care of all abandoned babies, regardless of their race, religion, medical condition, social background, the circumstances of their desertion, or legal status. The legal status of abandoned babies is unclear. Therefore, the responsibility for caring for them is not assigned to any particular government office. First Hug is the only organization that nurtures abandoned babies, but despite its extensive activities so far, the association has not benefited from any public or governmental support. First Hug is operated by a minimal staff, mainly volunteers, chaired by Mrs. Michelle Coriat.
לכל אחד מאיתנו יש חרדת נטישה לתינוקות, יש עוד הרבה יותר. וכשהם נשארים לבד ולא רואים פנים במשך שעות, התחושה היא קשה מאוד. ילדים שלא מקבלים גירויים נשארים ילדים שבעצם אפילו עלולים להגיע לפיגור, והמושג פיגור סביבתי זה דבר מוכר, פיגור שהוא לא בעיה שכלית כלשהי מראש, אלא בגלל שלא היו גירויים, הבן אדם לא התפתח. צריך לזכור שהאחיות בבית חולים מטפלות בהרבה מאוד תינוקות. כך שהן לא יכולות להעניק את רוב זמנם ומרצם לתינוק אחד, לאותו תינוק נטוש.
בלי המתנדבות של חיבוק ראשון, מה שהיה קורה לתינוקות האלה, זה הם היו שוכבים בעריסה כל היום, וכל מה שהיו רואים זה את האור נאון של בתי החולים, בלי אור שמש, בלי מגע אנושי. מה שאנחנו עושות זה לחבק, ליצור קשר עין. פשוט לקחת תינוק בעגלה ולצאת איתו לאור השמש, ולראות אור ושמש וחיים.
מתנדבי חיבוק ראשון לא פעם עושים את ההבדל בין מקרה אבוד לבין תינוק או ילד שיש לו סיכוי.
מפתחים ממש רגשות אימהיים. הכי מרגש מבחינתי זה לראות אותו מחייך אליי, לראות אותו מגיב אליי, לראות איזושהי חיוניות שנוצרת תוך כדי המפגש.
אני בעצמי התחלתי את חיי כתינוקת נטושה, אבל למזלי הגדול היה מי שהציל אותי. פשוטו כמשמעו. הייתה לי אימא מאמצת שבאה מאהבה וחיבקה אותי חיבוק גדול ופשוט הצילה את חיי. אני יודעת גם את מחיר הנטישה, אבל גם את הכוח המציל והנותן חיים של החיבוק.
Now that we know one of the major things that you are doing, which was really impactful, it brings tears to your eyes when you see things like that. Let's talk about pretty much what is it that you do, what's your next step? Well, first of all, let's put it this way, okay? We know that you're out there all over the world as far as Israel's concerned. And whenever there is catastrophe, you folks are the first ones there. And we'll be showing a video in a minute or two. Yeah. But what do you see as the next step? We're speaking to Christians all around the world. Why should Christians support Israel? We have all these questions, how can the Christians support Israel? So we know you're supporting the whole world every time something goes on, even though you're so small. But let's talk about that for a few minutes.
So the humanitarian aid policy in Israel is something that Israelis are taking for granted. For them, it's like the foundation of a human behavior toward the other. And unfortunately, very unfortunately, although that there is no one place of field that Israel is not helping and caring about. When we talk about humanitarian aid, I don't think you will hear it in the news. And thanks God for having this kind of TV shows that are helping to spread the truth, because Israel is a miracle. Oh. Israel is only 68 years old. It's in a nation time, it's a baby. It's a just born baby. And Eliezer, we spoke about First Hug Project. And I was so happy to bring this project to our board. And it's very simple. You just need to hug a baby. Israel is a baby nation, a baby country. But although that we are so young and so small, look at the contribution we are giving to the world. There is any medical aspects, any technological. And every smartphone that there is been created on this earth came from the States of Israel. And I think that one of the projects that we are doing today, which I'm very proud of, is educating the young generation about Israel and giving them right tools to come to Israel, being trained, and to become what we call new media ambassadors for Israel.
New media ambassadors.
New media is the new way to communicate.
Right.
Right. There is no more P2P communication in this world, unfortunately. Everything goes through the new media, and we, the nation believers and the Jews, needs to go inside this world and to graft all the young generation into the world of believing. So I think that right now we're going to see the video clip.
So, and we said last night, we were mentioning, I said I had heard, I guess it was Perry Stone had done a segment, and he said, you know, the older men, the old have the vision. No, the old have the dreams, excuse me, I want to correct myself. The old have the dreams, but the young will complete the vision.
They'll implement
That's
it.
right. Yeah. And so I think that's what we're seeing. You know, we're raising up our young today, and we need to tap into them. I mean, I know that my grandchildren that are 9 years old can do more with their little things than I can, you know, because they were raised in this time, and we can reach the whole world with this type of media.
So there's an amazing project which Shuva Global through Shai has developed to create these basically new media ambassadors to spread the good world that the media, the international media, doesn't see Israel. So you'll see part of what this tiny country blesses the world with in this video clip.
And you know, our joke is that if Superman would have come to Israel, he will be jobless.
Let's watch the video on that.
I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away.
One unit has become legendary, the Israeli medical unit.
We did everything that we can to be as fast as possible on ground.
Israel's only the world's 152nd biggest country, but it's always one of the first to send disaster relief all over the globe.
No matter where you go, no, you're not alone. I'm only one call away.
The earthquake in Haiti.
I'll be there to save the day.
The tsunami in Japan.
Superman got nothing on me.
The typhoon in the Philippines.
Save a Child's Heart brings children with life-threatening heart defects to Israel for cardiac care.
Save a Child's Heart brings children from all over the world.
From Ethiopia and Iraq.
From Syria.
Tanzania.
From Sudan.
Gaza and Palestinian territories, even when these countries are actually at war with Israel.
Save a Child's Heart volunteers and doctors transport and treat these kids in Israel free of charge. Innovation Africa brings Israeli technology to rural African villages. Volunteers have built schools, medical clinics,
and change the lives of over 750,000 people by providing tools for solar power and clean water.
Israel goes beyond its borders to save a life.
Change the world.
Make a difference. Israel is more than just a country.
Israel
is people helping other people.
When you feel like hope is gone, just run into my arms. I'm only one call away.
The Israelis came from the other side of the world.
I'll be there to save the day.
No one except the Israeli hospital has taken any of our patients.
Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. I'm only one call away.
Amazing.
Tiny place, huge contribution to the world.
And you know, we're so honored to be able to do these things. One of our other projects, which you know, we can just go on as to what we have accomplished over these last 18 years of ministry. One of our other projects is that Ukrainian Jewish lives are very muchly in danger because of the war that's going on in the Ukraine and the conflict between Russia and the Ukraine. And there are people now, a Jewish community, which there's still a very large Jewish community in Ukraine, who are coming back home to Israel. And the problem is that either many of them don't have documents showing that they're Jewish, because there was a period during communism that they had to deny their Jewishness to fit in, or their documents have been destroyed in war. So they come to Israel on a tourist status, and they don't have the proper documentation. Until that whole bureaucratic process is worked out, somebody has to help them out. What happens if they don't have a health insurance? How do they pay for their apartments? How do they pay for food? Anything and everything that has to do with their daily living. Okay, and that's where we come in and help support them.
And there's a term for that, which a lot of Christians aren't aware of, and it's aliyah. You know, it's the return of the Jewish people back to the land. And God says He will gather His people from all ends of the earth. So we know that He spread them out.
And that's why we have to say BTW. The word Shuva in Hebrew means aliyah, the return.
The return.
So that's why we're Shuva Global.
From the whole world.
And diplomacy is because we need to open the eyes of the world about the importance of Israel.
And you know, this is such a short segment, but we want to make sure, much too short. But you know, they have promised us that they would try to come back and visit us again in October or November. And with that said, they have monthly newsletters that go out for anyone that would like to see more information. We're going to be listing their website on right up over here. And the thing is that they are coming back to the States in October, November. So if we have any congregations out there, or we have a group of people of any size that really have a heart for what you're seeing today, we would like to welcome you back, and we would like to open those doors for you to speak to as many people as you can across the nation. So we have them traveling all over now, and they've got a pretty busy schedule for the next couple of weeks, and everybody has been so gracious to open their doors, but we want you back. We want to hear more, and we'd love to have another segment if we could.
Oh, for sure. What about another 20 segments? You know, I'd like to emphasize the fact that over the last 18 years of ministry, the reason we were able to help thousands and thousands of people in Israel is because we have people in many countries around the world who every month give faithfully. And it's that faithful support, monthly support, that enables us to budget help to these various projects. And I also want to emphasize that if you contact us personally through our website, we can offer volunteer experiences, because you know what? We can all talk in Israel. We can all talk about Israel. We can do film segments. We can come. We can talk to people here. But there is nothing. People are touched on a completely different level spiritually.
And I love that. I love that you open that for people.
And they stick their hands in the soil of the land, and they suddenly become a tremendous advocate.
And you know what stops a lot of people from supporting things is because, you know, as Christians, you know, we're taught to tithe, and our money is going all over for many organizations. But you know, Benjamin Franklin said, I would rather collect $1 from 100 people instead of $100 from one person. So there is no limit to how small. It doesn't matter if it's $1 a month. It doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, 15. It doesn't matter. You know, it's wonderful if they're gifted and they can give more, but to know that we can change a baby's life, to know that we can reach these people that have such a longing for their land to get back, and then have the resources to be able to kiss the ground when they get there. And of course, you're the product of Holocaust survivors, right? I mean, you've lost your whole family. So we know what has gone on in the past, and these people have such a hard time.
Shai's mother also lost her entire family in the Holocaust.
I'm a very complicated creation.
Very complicated.
Romanian and Moroccan.
We are so blessed to have you as our spokesman all over the world. And he has such influence, so it's wonderful.
I just have to tell a very quick story.
You have 1 minute.
I have 1 minute.
We have 1 minute before we're off the air.
Okay, but there was this one lady, when my first trip to the United States, I met at an Afro-American congregation down in Mississippi, and every month, her name was Bessie, she gave $1 a month.
Yeah.
And I happened to be sitting in my office in Israel, and I called her up and I said, you know what, Bessie, I'm so grateful because you're giving from your heart what you can.
Right. And she's
after
faithful.
And after
she's
about
faithful.
5 minutes, she turns to me and she says, but Eliezer, if you don't get off the phone, you'll be using up a year worth of my contributions. Shai.
Well, we want to thank you.
Yeah, well, it's a good opportunity just to thank all the people that gave for Shuva Global and gave us the privilege, magical privilege and right to do so much good to so many people.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.